machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, and if I lose the fight, I still rage against the night. Don't box I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Wednesday stream. I think it's Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Welcome, everybody. John Lithium, Soul Life, Bruno, Bad Lefty, Michael Hassler, Zeo Duke, welcome, everybody. Cosmopolitics kicking things off with a raid with a party of 10. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Thank you. Please go show some love, folks. Twitch.tv/Cosmopolitics. Go and support her and support her show on this space. It is Wednesday all day until tomorrow, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Folks, today's stream is going to be a bit short. Or it's going to be a little bit short because tonight, I will be on Left Past 10. That's right. Check it out, folks. Quad Bennett, welcome, Nadia. Johnson sworn in Gravada and Kim Davis rejected by Supreme Court for her gay marriage case. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. It was good stuff. You know, being hateful is expensive. Being hateful is expensive, as it turns out. I truly thought the SCOTUS was going to go all the way to overturn Lawrence v. Texas beyond Obergefell versus Hodges. I mean, listen, it would be it would not be surprising at all. The state of the Supreme Court, it would not be surprising at all if that would have ended up happening. But thankfully, in some bizarre turn of events, it didn't. But yeah, I totally see that easily being a ruling, given the composition of the court. The hat is still going. What a trooper! Like the person wearing it. Yeah, this is my trusty hat. I love this hat. This beanie has been with me for years. Okay, through thick and thin. This beanie has been with me for a minute. It was given, actually, I think I found it. Was it given to me? Or did I find it at a store? I can't remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure I found it on a store in a mall way back when in Florida. And I bought it immediately. And I've been wearing it since. Lawrence v. Texas was the SCOTUS decision that struck down laws against gay sex as unconstitutional, overturning Lawrence v. Texas meant outlawing gay sex. Yes, means outlawing gay sex. Yes. Again, it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if they did go that way. If we woke up that yesterday or whenever the ruling happened, it was a couple days ago, and we found out that indeed gay marriage was on the chopping block. That wouldn't be surprising. Transit safe enough, I believe. It was part of Project 2025, if I remember the Humanist Report clip clearly. No. I'm sure they're going to keep trying and keep doing stuff, you know, especially with this new stuff, trying to make it more difficult for trans people to get passports and stuff like that. Yeah, all that's going to still continue. No doubt about it. Why can't the court apply the same logic to the trans community? I don't know. I don't even know if the court is applying any logic at this time. Any sensible logic. Are you a Trump fan? Obviously not. Like, why would anybody be a Trump fan? That's kind of weird. Mike said they could make being trans a crime against children. That would not surprise me if they want to do that. All right, folks, we gotta get going. Thank you all for being here. Do all the stuff, and support the channel, folks. Hey, listen, if you want to support the channel, please do check out some of the stuff, and do check out some of the stuff, and if you want to tip your favorite streamer, you can. Check out the Discord too, and the Substack, and of course, one of the best ways of supporting the channel is spreading the word, folks. There should be commands, right? Is it not? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Bot commands are... There you go. There it is. Logic is for Spock. This is 2025. Welcome. Is it even this Nightbot stuff? Oh, no. The Nightbot doesn't even give the right commands. That's not... Nightbot isn't even set up. We can't see the bot commands. It's not there. Nightbot isn't what I use, so I don't know why it decided to say... I don't know why it decided to do the, You see, it's funny. Oh, okay. So, hold on. Saved. Okay. Is Nightbot quiet quitting? No, I just don't use it. There you go. You can use the second one, the stream elements one. Someone says that they saw that about day one executive orders. Part of why I got the F out before the inauguration was because it suggested all trans passports could be revoked as one big stack of executive orders and agency directives signed on day one. I mean, I thought they tried. I thought they tried doing something like that. So I guess they couldn't, and then they went this route instead of just outright revoking passports. They started to just simply make it more difficult. But yeah, I totally see that being a thing. I'm pretty sure maybe they tried and weren't successful. But you know, Ladybug, welcome. Big news day today. Yeah, big news day. Lot of PDF files dropped. Lot of PDF files dropped, if you catch my drift. All right, let's get started because we got a lot of stuff to cover, and not that much time to do so. Folks, check out this space, and I'll be on Left Past 10 today.
My new favorite show. This is a new show I never heard of before. A couple.
How old is this show?
I looked it up. It's over a month old.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so somehow
I don't know how to slip through our fingers.
Yeah, this guy. First off, let me just start this by saying, if this has been around for a month, you two guys, we need to have a meeting.
Yeah.
The idea that we're finding
There's
out.
no barrier that I could tell. Really, the only flack they could get is from foreign countries complaining about the mass passport revocation. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's some kind of internal bureaucracy that would have made it more difficult. This was just the faster way of doing the anti-trans stuff. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's what they went with. Kraylio Hexet showed Trump the new jet today. It's armed with 2 wing-mounted slurry tanks. Representative from Arizona sworn in. She signed the Epstein files to be released. Yep.
about this 4 weeks. It is insane.
Getting distracted by things like the mayoral.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep an eye on the prize, guys.
So Dave Rubin's hosting here, and they're talking about Zoran here. We'll kind of, go through some of the folks who are here without spoiling it. But
What's the name of the show? Or
Actual Friends.
Actual Friends. What is the real name of the show, though?
That's the name of the show.
Actual friends.
Actual Friends. So we're seeing,
John Lithium, welcome. I don't know if I said hello.
presumably, actual friends.
Yeah, it's Sage Steele, Dr. Drew, Jillian Michaels, and Russell Brand, and the premise is that they are all actual friends.
And maybe I think the premise is maybe they've all
Dr.
been.
Drew.
Yes, Drew Pinsky.
Okay.
Actual friends. It's over 30. They say Trump is freaking out. Yeah, I bet. I bet it looks really bad, folks.
Did you ever hear any stories of Drew Pinsky out in L.A.?
No.
Oh, I knew people who worked on his supposed drug treatment show.
Yes, I know.
And
Celebrity Rehab.
Celebrity Rehab. And the guys who I knew worked on this show felt so dirty. They were so disgusted by how Dr. Drew would put them in situations to try and have relapses. I know that is
That's
just
so
the rumor
gross.
I heard. Maybe it was just people's opinion, so I don't know. But if you watch the show, it really does seem like they're put into sort of like sketchy situations.
Right.
But okay, be that as it may. And then, of course, everybody knows Dave Rubin and
Sage Steele formerly at ESPN, and then went on sort of anti-woke.
Also, imagine moving from badly premised show to an even worse one in that regard. I wonder if YouTube will show YouTube emotes from Twitch chat. No, I don't think it works that way.
Jillian. Yeah, she was the one who quit her talking. What was that show?
Her Take.
Her Take. She quit that show.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, on air.
Well, I saw her walk off. I
I don't know if that was full.
She was the one
she
who
had
told
enough
me
integrity.
the one time I went on that British guy's show.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, that the cutting of USAID and children dying was a red herring. Yep. So
Yeah.
these are all actual friends.
Love the actual friends. So yeah, here's Dave.
Can you think of anything
No, the emotes don't work the same way. So, yeah.
he's done? We do know he missed 80% of the votes
is
as a
about
New
Ron
York
Donnie
state
winning the election.
legislator.
And gave himself like a 20-something% raise.
I'll just note she's saying this for the audio listeners. She's saying this inside her giant house. So,
Seth Evans, welcome.
Here's the thing. What we need to discuss with regard to who was elected is the fact that New Yorkers are playing survivalist math every month. That's the reality. And someone very appropriately pulled a clip of Charlie Kirk predicting this. I'm excited for you guys to play it. But the system is failing people. We see it again and again and again. So it's like you could preach to them about capitalism all you want.
All
But when it
actual
isn't-
bastards. Yeah, much more apt name.
Working for them, they're going to turn to people like Zoran Mamdani. And the reality is that the antidote to Marxism is experiencing Marxism. So, I don't know where this is going to go.
Echo Wrestler Dragon, welcome. Bad lefty.
Oh, I actually hope that we're all wrong. And this goes great. And there are takeaways for
Survivalist
other
map.
blue cities. But if we look back throughout history, it has yet to succeed anywhere in America.
Dare I predict 0% chance? 0% chance on that.
so that's a theme here.
Dare you?
Dare I predict?
Dave, this is
These are the intellectual giants that we are that we are dealing with right now. The antidote to your disease is you not living in that effing house we see in the background, Jillian. This weekend, she complained about all the Soros-funded candidates as if Elon doesn't exist. Right, because it's not about, like, anytime you hear that, it's not about George Soros. It's 100% an anti-Semitic dog whistle, because why else would you point that out? Like, what could be the distinguishing factor here between George Soros, who's worth billions, right? A couple billion, but a lot of money, and it's still an uncomfortable amount of money, versus someone like Elon Musk, right? Like Elon Musk doesn't get any flack for for trying to influence politics, even though he's like basically the richest person in the world who just got approved and a absurd pay package. But of course, you know, all the flack goes to George Soros. The one billionaire they can name and have anything bad to say about, is of course the person that they can point out and say like, oh look, this is a Jewish person, right? Like even Mark Zuckerberg, they don't really say much about him, because he funds a lot of right-wing projects. There's something unsettling about the room behind Jillian. It's much too liminal.
Mixed company. Dave has all of his friends around, but he has a pretty tight editorial line, and the friends don't necessarily meet it.
And so he's feeling, and it does feel like it's anchored at his studio. So maybe he's putting this show together and he's a little bit nervous.
What was that PBS Roundtable show or any? It's
the McLaughlin Group?
Yes, this is Ruben's McLaughlin Group.
But what's interesting about her theory is that she's like so close. Capitalism has failed these people. And then she says, and so they're going to go Marxist, and they'll find out that doesn't work either. But I hope it does work. But if capitalism has failed, like, what's the other option? If you've said Marxism's not going to work and capitalism is obviously clearly not working,
fascism.
And
there's a third secret option. You know, one would say a third position that these people might take. No freaks, even Rogan turned into a freak once his net worth hit a certain point. Chappelle won't STFU about transfer, for example. Yep, agreed. Class war is real. Trump is waging class war on the American people. Yep.
Incidentally, it's not like we're in is it the richest city in the country? Let's just say, I don't know, you know, like how you would measure that, what the metrics are, but
you can look that up about 100 or so years ago. Also, I, from North Dakota, went to study abroad using the Bank of North Dakota, a bank set up by socialists in North Dakota in the 19-teens.
In the 19-teens, this country,
I, from North Dakota, went to...
Capitalism isn't working there. Maybe there's a problem, but okay.
Just one note on that. Yeah, Milwaukee had famously sewer socialism. You can look that up about 100 or so years ago. Also,
refresh, folks. So, yeah, it happens. I don't know why, but it happens. Elon proudly ran a lottery and gave out $1 million checks directly to Wisconsin voters. Yep. Options are 1, socialism, 2, capitalism, 3, capitalism, but with a different name. It's the secret third option, you know. One could even call it a third position.
Went to study abroad using the Bank of North Dakota, a bank set up by socialists in North Dakota in the 19-teens.
In the 19-teens, this country had dozens of socialist mayors. Dozens. Dozens upon dozens.
Before you press play, though, I want to show them the face of a man who dares to be so bold. Like, look at that face. That is not Ruben's face.
He's looking good.
That is a perfect.
He's getting a little bit too much sun, I feel like.
And the fine Elon was supposed to pay for that was only $10,000. Yeah, no, he got a fantastic. He ran a fantastic return on investment there. The third position was what Mussolini and Mustache Man called their stances. Yep, exactly.
All right, so we'll get to the and then Drew Pinsky and then our
in America.
Dare I predict 0% chance? 0% chance on that. Drew.
Shaken, not stood.
I already am experiencing infrastructure failure right here during the show.
You are.
My cell dropped off, my Wi-Fi dropped off right in the middle of the show.
The system's
I'm here
collapsing right now.
already. It's already on. So thank you guys for buying that. But I don't know if you have this Peter Thiel quote. I wrote it down. I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
And it says he's
Peter Thiel.
communicating, I think, with David Sachs and a couple other guys, warning about exactly what Julian just said.
and so we've cited Charlie Kirk and Peter Thiel. Okay.
Oh, we should also say, I think he's about to say how Peter Thiel felt that democracy is a problem. And that's how you get women voting, and that's a problem.
Yeah. But the thing he said. Saris, welcome. I suppose it's conceivable there's a fourth option. Capitalism collapses in the exact way that threads the needle between literal human extinction, yet also still catastrophic enough to set humanity back to feudalism. Yeah, I guess so. We could always do that. We could always do that. Marxian economics might be actually better than Freeman's neoliberalism. Have you ever considered that? I prefer... Yeah, I mean, like, Marxist economics is explicitly... It was created... and it came out of the critiquing of capitalism, right? Like it is that's what it is. Marxian economics or Marxian theorist or whatever theory, Marxist theory, is explicitly based on anti-capitalism. It was formulated. To unpack capitalism and the problems with capitalism. That's what Marxist economics is, or Marxian economics. Marxist analysis makes a depressing amount of sense. Well, yeah, when you apply it to a capitalist system, to a capitalist world, right? I mean, we live in a capitalist essentially hegemon, right? The whole entire world is run by capitalism, essentially. Marxist analysis in this context makes 100% more sense here.
Because people ultimately go to socialism because, I mean, is that the quote that he's going to do?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
And he said, without a stake in the system, they will turn against it, meaning young people. Not only they see no stake, they see no future, they're turning against it, and they know not what they do. They do not, because we're not teaching history, we're not teaching people how this works, we're not teaching economics, and they're turning against it.
Russell, help us here.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay, hey, whoa, look, I didn't get to watch this clip. So there should have been a warning for that. Holy crap. Oh my God. That should have been I apologize on behalf of the video of the majority report. Listen, okay. I this is not exactly what I expected. Although I should have looked at the video, but Christ. Yeah, he's old. Yeah, if capitalists could prove any of Marx's fundamental claims and observations wrong unequivocally, would they already by now? And yeah, no, instead they are 100%. Instead they spend more resources dancing around the ideas rather than actually engaging with them, right? To the point where they've set up this system where we don't even see capitalism as an economic system. Capitalism has morphed into like this dogmatic like ideology, right? It's no longer an economic system that we should engage with and try to like figure out what's going on here. It's like this it's this unchallengeable dogmatic ideology. This is part of what's slowly driving me insane, that knowledge that we live in a society so necessarily for the ruling class, that is to say, the ruling class built on lies. Yep. What the F is that? I don't know either, but we're about to find out together, folks. Exactly. Real science doesn't need to lie. Correct. Right. It's so true. It's beyond scientific analysis. Is how they act, like theists. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. It is seen now as a kind of dogmatic ideology, not to be engaged with. You can't question that, else you're like a bad person or something, or you just don't know what you're talking about or whatever. You can't question it.
Has this man ever done anything?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You know what? This is my fault. I should have seen the I should have like paid more attention to the thumbnail.
What?
Jump scare.
Oh my God! I'm sitting here in my mind going like, okay, but
Hey, look, at least they got the jump scare too. Okay, I feel less bad, because again, I didn't see this segment, I didn't see this segment, so I'm glad we all got to experience the jump scare together.
Pidgey, like he's saying they're all conceding that capitalism has failed everybody, and then well, let's go. I've heard from both you two. Now let's go to someone who's completely insane. What is
Russell.
he doing? What is he doing? Did he just wake up? Did he not know this was happening?
As somebody who
He's got his little Jesus pieces. He's got his little Jesus pieces. All right, he's got his cross going on here. No, he's older than 40. He's older than 40. Russell Brand is the same age as me, just within a few months. 50. Yeah, he's older than 40. Oh my God. Who's feeding him grapes?
I used to be a fan of Russell years ago.
Welcome, Bella Lugrisi. Shouldn't he be more wrinkled?
I think
don't
this
know.
might be somebody who is completely checked out of the sort of, I guess, bet he's made for himself.
Look, we're actual friends, Dave.
It looks like he's checked in to the Four Seasons.
It's honestly, it's like I couldn't even be bothered getting up. Like, honestly.
Like, it used to be he wouldn't put a shirt on. Now he won't get out of bed.
Well, we should say like kudos at least because it looks like the shades are up. So at least he must have like one of those buttons by the bed that opens up the curtains.
Plus here, has this man ever done anything? And is there any chance this doesn't go horrifically
Pause it
awry?
for a second. Wait a second. Do you think Zoran's lazy? He couldn't even bother to get out of bed. With a show, is this the first time they cut to him at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Like, how does nobody go, hey, wait a second.
They do have an intro.
You guys call me, innit? Nate, welcome. Nah, this is absurd. Yeah, this is the kind of content I live for, honestly. Okay, we kind of need this one today. Hey, more than I needed Ozempic or something. Ozempic might be good for weight loss. It might be good for other things too, by the way. Although I'm not sure like what the full range of possibilities are with Ozempic, but yeah.
Hey, Russell, what are you doing? Nobody says anything about it. Like, this is completely normal.
I like how Dr. Drew clearly had like tech issues, so they had to play anyway, and Russell still didn't think like maybe I'll get up and put a shirt on.
He's probably doing us a real favor by having like the cropped shot to his head.
Right, yeah.
Also, Wait, is there a camera person there? Like, I don't understand. Who's holding the camera? Is that his computer? Is he just doing this? Like, pretending like he's not looking at the camera? Like,
Yeah, that's actually a fantastic question, right? Like this, so that means that if he had like a tripod set up, that means that he had to have consciously made that decision. I mean, like the only thing I can think of is like maybe he has some kind of phone holder over his bed, because those exist. Those little clip-on like phone holder things. That's the only explanation.
what is going on? Did he set up a tripod for this? Like, oh my God. And then, of course, Dave is just like, no, of course, this is typical.
Dave is thinking, how long do we have in this guy's contract?
You don't even say, like, Russell from his bed, I guess we couldn't get up today. Just blows right into it.
For the last 20 or 30 years, politics and show business have sort of meshed with people in show business, and perhaps we're the beneficiaries of this to some degree, opining on political matters.
Yeah, you wanna expand on that one? You wanna expand on that point, Russell? Maybe Epstein is filming. Nah, maybe he really is just holding the phone up like that. I don't know. It couldn't be me, but
and politicians being required more and more
Perhaps.
to fit into the category of the sort of depth and freight of his political career are less important than what he represents. If I was to try and look at this optimistically, and I'm going to, I would say that it's an ideologically driven victory, and it shows that people are invested in change. It shows that America remains a country with a broad spectrum of political opinions, and one might even argue that all of the people that detest the, by their own reckoning, the monarchical and megalomaniacal Donald Trump, a socialist Muslim mayor has just been elected in New York. So that would serve as a salve for people that have hysterical doubts.
I mean, like, it's wild that, like, there is, like, a kernel, like, there is something we can glean off this. Like, yeah, undeniably, like, Trump is very monarchical. But they're still going to support him, though. Like, each and every one of these people supported Donald Trump.
About the tiered democracy within your, and I hope one day, our country. So what I would say is, my hope is what it represents and means is that people are invested in politics. People do believe in change, and I think there was always going to be a kind of a reaction to Trump and MAGA and the division that this country's experienced in the last few election cycles.
Yeah, because of you, man. It's people like you that did this. The reason why we're experiencing all of this division is not because, like, the radical left or whatever, right? The radical left, Democrat, socialist, whatever, insert as many buzzwords as possible. No, it's because of you. People like you, Russell Brand. You paved the way for fascism, okay? So did Dave Rubin. So did Jillian. All of these people, okay? The reason why we're experiencing all of this division is because of the right. The right wing is the divisive wing. They're the ones who are always looking to oppress people. They're the ones who are always looking to otherize people. That's where this division is coming from.
So, I don't know, man. What kind of impact does Bill de Blasio, Giuliani, Bloomberg? You can all tell me. You've all lived in New York. I've only lived there for 1 year of my life. So I'm hoping that it's a good thing. And I'm glad that your country is a real democracy that has diverse political outcomes.
Yeah. I mean, just to be completely clear, I think this is going to be an epic
Pause it
disaster.
for a second. Let's just say, I mean, this is amazing because everything that Brand said was completely sort of like reasonable, and it is driving Ruben insane.
The megalomaniac differs from the narcissist by the fact that he wishes to be powerful rather than charming and seeks to be feared rather than loved.
And I mean, for all we know, Brand just came out of a K-hole and couldn't get out of bed.
I've made some horrible
but I've made
mistakes,
some,
innit?
yeah, right. I've had some real clarity here, and
I don't know where I am anymore.
some real
Yeah,
clarity.
it's that morning coffee clarity. Okay, it only happens to Russell Brand in the mornings after coffee or something. Gotta love Sir Bertrand. Did billionaires already leave New York? Threatening to leave since 2009. Yeah, they all left. There's no more billionaires in New York. It's just a wasteland now. It's a wasteland. Oi, bruv, in it.
Has some real clarity, and make a big difference. And then he goes off to say to name former mayors whom are household names: Bloomberg, Giuliani, De Blasio. Probably not as much, but certainly everybody knows who De Blasio is. I mean, so it's going to have a real impact in one form or another.
Manda, welcome. The U.S. is nothing like a real democracy and does not have diverse political outcomes. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. Finally, we might be having affordable housing at last. Sounds like the price of housing in New York is going to drop then. Yeah.
And Ruben is really, I think, questioning
I hope
What are we
his
so.
doing
actual
here?
friends. Let's
Whole
listen. This is
premise
so
of the show.
fantastic. Who's this other woman in the bottom?
That's
Do we-
Sage Steele from ESPN.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's a
You
good
can see David's forehead tightening.
He is really mad.
He's challenging
and I'm-
that Botox in his forehead.
glad that your country is a real democracy that has diverse political outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, just to be completely clear, I think this is going to be an epic disaster like we have never seen in America. I don't even think there's any question about it. I was in New York City.
Apparently, there's
even though I
5
grew up
people
in the
just
suburbs. I was
questioned
born and
you on
bred
your
in
own
Brooklyn, Long Island,
show.
but I had
This is the worst episode of the Brady Bunch I've ever seen.
This is like I just don't understand how he's shirtless lying in bed and nobody's like even acknowledging like this is weird. We're all dressed up and we have a half naked
I
guy.
know, they're selling fear propaganda in their suits, and he's naked. You're like, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
It looks like he's on the set of like Heaven Can Wait or something like that, but like like all white, sort of just floating in the air. This is amazing.
But it's nice when you agree to just see what it's like when friends get together and just have conversations.
It really is. I mean, I like this. In fact, on some level, he's really the one who's really the only one following the sort of premise of the show. It's like we're all just sitting around on FaceTime, and I think he's holding the phone up.
He is.
All right, let's just let it roll a little bit. I'm going to have to go home and watch this. And
Oh. Stop releasing the damn files. I did nothing wrong, damn it. Blame the Republicans. This was a Democrat plot to take me down.
entire episode.
grandparents and great grandparents that lived in New York City all my formative years. I lived there for 20 years ish, something like that. I was there during 9/11. I remember what it was like under the last sort of self-proclaimed Democrat socialist David Dinkins, when we stopped going as a family. We stopped going into New York City because it was so bad with drugs and homelessness and crime and everything. So my grandparents and great-grandparents would come to us in the suburbs, and then a scary guy, Republican by the name of Rudy Giuliani, came in and basically cleaned it up overnight. And then he handed it off to Mike Bloomberg, who largely just continued his project, and New York City had 20 incredible years. Sage, I think you're with me on that.
Yes, and you guys know me. I'm a glass half full person. I'm an eternal optimist. And this, not for this, like, because you have to look at the facts, you have to look at the history. It is one thing.
Yeah, the facts and the history. No, please tell us. Please tell us the facts and the history. If Mamdani is allowed to do anything of what he proposed, like, seriously, what would be the problem with, for example, making housing affordable? Okay, if Mamdani is allowed to open up like city grocery stores, okay, what is the negative outcome of that? Explain to me what the facts and the history are on that. Please, I would love to hear that.
For a Democrat to win. It's another thing for a socialist to win, someone who, as he said, he is unapologetic. I refuse to be apologetic about that. Great.
Okay, so again, nothing, no engagement on the actual policy. Got it.
Well, that's the biggest. That is one of the real dangers of democratic socialism, the unapologetics.
Yeah.
And
God forbid.
if you get those, I mean, first of all, I know a lot of people who have dealt with unapologetics around the house, in their family. Very difficult to deal with.
Man, I've got so much good time with friends there. I don't even need to go to brunch with my actual friends. The substitute.
Friends, it's quite the most. It's the most offensive name I've ever heard for a podcast. It might as well say, unlike you, Joe Rogan, who won't invite any of us back on.
Exactly. Sam Harris.
Yeah.
502 Drew. I see a new MR dress code being introduced. Can't wait until tomorrow when Sam introduces Matt Leck on the show to catch them laying in bed producing the show from home. Honestly, it would be worth it to bring in a bed here.
Yeah. Matt, what's up on Left Reckoning?
That's maybe what we do for like an anniversary show. Is
If they do this, look, if they do this, I will be live watching that show 100,000%. Okay, not only will I be just chilling in chat, but I will I will have it on Twitch. I will pull up a tab on YouTube. I'll put it on the TV in the living room. Okay, I would love to watch that. Okay, that is. I need it to happen actually. Now that I think about it. I forget which Northeast state started state-based grocery stores, but it was a big success. People have money. People save money, and all the extra profits go back to the state for things like potholes. Yeah, I mean, wow, who would have thunk it? Making sure people have food at affordable prices, and not only do they get fed, but also the revenue contributes to the actual society. Fantastic. Democratic socialists argue that capitalism is inherently incompatible with the values of freedom, inequality, and solidarity, and that these ideals can only be achieved through a socialist society. Although most democratic socialists seek a gradual transition to socialism, democratic socialism can support revolutionary or reformist politics to establish socialism. Yep. Cross calls in the MRF on half and nothing but a beanie. Yeah, there you go. I can do that. Now, should I do it from like the bed? Oh my god.
Matt's shirtless in like a recliner doing the show. And only members get that. So you see our membership's a spike.
Heck, I'd take a membership for that.
Kowalski from Nebraska, Russell Brand.
Kowalski!
Doing this is why Sam will not take video calls. Otherwise, I'd be in a similar position in my tractor, calling into the show all the time to discuss agricultural topics. That's another one. If Kowalski called in only a suspenders, like no shirt type of thing, like Carhartt, full-on bib.
With a pitchfork.
Yeah. We could monetize the crap out of that.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen. I thought he relapsed when I saw this clip. The threat is that when the economic pressure of austerity is alleviated, it would encourage civic engagement, true, by the downtrodden classes, who would then press for expropriation, true. Fascism, unlike democracy, is not a system of government. It is a collection of tactics meant to give one man the absolute power to solve a nation's problems and restore it to greatness. It is a political philosophy that has historically caused national suffering and worldwide disaster whenever it succeeds. Yep.
Old Chomsky, Brand. I don't know, mate. Just look at my nipples and relax, Dave. Clearwater, are we certain he's only half naked?
Also, bold choice for a guy going through the certain legal troubles he's going through.
I think that he's working on the I'm Italian defense. Richard Dreyer.
Russell Brando.
So Jordan Porters, please give a trigger warning in the future. That was so not cool.
Well, we didn't even tell Sam.
Truck nuts, I didn't know. Dear God, how did Brand sexually harass me through the screen? Punch Drunk Pulpit. Sam, please tell me you saw the new Sam Harris interview where he finally admits Dave Rubin is a dum-dum. No, but I think we should find
Florida, Illinois, Kansas, and Wisconsin have city-owned grocery stores. I didn't know that about Florida.
that.
He said, I have to admit all the criticisms of Rubin turned out to be true. So that's...
Where's my freaking apology?
You need a
He said I
handwritten
was a psychopath.
Was that him or Weinstein?
Weinstein and Rubin, not Rubin,
Harris.
Harris. I think Harris said my behavior was pathological. I think it was something like that. We should find that clip.
Well, pathologically correct.
I demand my apology.
And a fruit basket, Sam. Come on.
I mean, I want a free Mind Bloom, or what is it, Headspace.
He'll give you a guided apology.
Exactly.
Now you're forgiving Sam for everything he was...
Close your eyes and picture Sam.
All right, 5 more of these. The mill rind. And the best of all, Schumer doesn't get his hands dirty, and he gets to vote against it. Yep.
And his hands are dirty. Karen Tumulty, Washington Post chief political correspondent, says this was all about the filibuster.
Yep.
Protecting the filibuster.
Yeah, which is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. That does not surprise me. They are thinking, like, if we ever get the Senate back, we don't want to have to deal with no filibuster. It is ultimately, they're afraid. They're afraid of taking a position. The filibuster helps them avoid that.
Got 6 years in power. Like,
I
what
like
are you
New
so
Brian.
afraid of?
They're afraid of governing. They don't want to govern.
The bong. I'm a 35-year-old blue-collar worker that's growing increasingly frustrated with Angus King every single day. How would a regular guy like me...
I told you the Dems are afraid of that filibuster going away. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a line, as reported by the Washington Post. It does not... It tracks. It tracks.
begin to entertain the thought of running...
Then they might actually have to do things in the event that they do happen to win power.
...against them in 2030. Full disclosure, I'm covered in tattoos from head to toe, but I can say with 100% certainty that none of them are Nazi or hate group affiliated.
You know, in Janet Mills' defense, she would be younger than... She's younger than Angus.
Really?
Angus is 81.
But she would be the oldest to start.
But she would still be the youngest senator in Maine.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Is Angus a reference to meat served at McDonald's? No. Angus King. I'm still going to say it. You could 100% pass for Sam Cedar if you cut your hair and put on a soft collar shirt. Knock off Sam Cedar. I mean, maybe. Maybe I would have to, like, you know, get my hair correct, like you said. Maybe get my my tone down. And age about a few years, I would say. Maybe. Sam jump scare. That's why they distract you and victimize the smallest minority that will cause at least blowback and least damage to a potential voter. Yep.
Button and check out our daily.
Yep. All right, let's speed run through this because I got to get out of here, folks. To the surprise of nobody, there are more reports that what happened in that concentration camp in El Salvador is human rights violations. Their party's on the verge of being outlawed. If anyone else lands in power, it will not be of the Dems' lines. I mean, it's possible. I'm sure that in a what should I say? In a ideal scenario, yeah, I believe the Republicans would 100% move I mean, they've talked about it. They talk about the Democratic Party like a terrorist organization. So yeah, I mean, the rhetoric is there. This just started. We still got stuff to cover. Don't worry. We still got stuff. Treatment of Venezuelan migrants held at the Salvadorian concentration camp at U.S. request amounted to arbitrary detention, torture. Another way of putting it is human rights violations. A report released on Wednesday by human rights groups determined that the deportation and treatment of more than 200 Venezuelan migrants imprisoned in the El Salvador concentration camp for months at the request of the U.S. government amounted to arbitrary detention and enforced disappearances under international law. I 100% see this. They're in a battle and only one side is acknowledging it. Yep. The investigation by the groups Human Rights Watch and Crystal Sal found that the detainees were victims of constant beatings by Salvadorian guards at the notorious CICOT concentration camp, as well as other forms of mistreatment, including cases of sexual abuse. Investigators argued that some of these alleged abuses can constitute torture under international law. Yeah, I mean, I totally believe this. It's not even like this isn't even the first story that we've covered detailing the what happened there. This is just further evidence to put on the record, essentially. The human rights violations documented in this report violate El Salvador's obligation under international law, including the prohibitions of arbitrary detention, enforced disappearance, and torture and other ill treatments. Citing dozens of interviews, including with 40 of the Venezuelan men held at the mega concentration camp, Human Rights Watch and Crystal Sal said that the detainees also face inhumane conditions, incommunicado detention, inadequate access to food, limited medical care, and the denial of basic hygiene, inconsistent with UN rules governing the treatment of prisoners. We here at the United States, we're pretty much doing very similar things, right? I know personally of someone whose cousin has to spend time in one of these U.S. concentration camps, and it was bad. It was horrible. Not only were the conditions disgusting, lack of hygiene, but she was there for I would say probably just under a month of enduring that before she finally was deported. So yeah, 100%. These beatings and other abuses appear to be part of practice designed to subjugate, humiliate, and discipline detainees through imposition of grave physical and psychological suffering. The report says officers also appear to have acted on the belief that their superiors either supported or tolerated their abusive acts. So 100%. You've seen the Fash propaganda video that they put out with the CICOT concentration camp. 100%. Like there's no doubt in my mind that there is serious human rights violations that are happening here, and that it is being completely sanctioned and allowed. The human rights group argued that the U.S. government was complicit in the mistreatment they found, noting that the Trump administration gave El Salvador $4.7 million in March, including to imprison deportees accused of having ties to Tanderawa, a gang that originated in Venezuela. Which, what? Also, just to, not that it needs to be said, but none of these people have been found of ties to this gang. Like, the whole point was to get rid of gang members, but we don't even know if any of those people were gang members at all. The majority of these people never even had a criminal record, and the majority of the people that did have criminal records were non-violent criminals that had old records that, like, who cares? You know what I mean? So, like, the overwhelming amount of people that were sent there were just, like, regular people. Not, as far as we know, not even gang affiliated. They never proved that. Does the host count towards the view count? No, unless I'm viewing it. Unless I have my own stream up, then I guess I would count as a viewer. No. Yeah, I do count as a viewer. If I put my stream up, boom. Yeah, I do count as a viewer. Beery, welcome. The White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson did not address the allegations in Wednesday's report, but said President Trump is committed to keeping his promise to the American people by removing dangerous criminals and terrorist illegal aliens who pose a threat to the American public. Except not that didn't happen. That's not happening at all. Like that's not happening at all. There's no evidence that this is occurring. Heat, how's it going? Welcome. They are all criminals. They broke the law to get into the U.S. Right, but we're dealing with like supposedly like the bad people, right? The bad hombres, right? Like the terrorists and the Tren de Aguas and the MS-13 and the boogie man. But none of that is seeming to be true. CBS should spend their time and energy amplifying the stories of angel parents whose innocent American children have tragically been murdered by vicious illegal aliens that President Trump is removing from the country. And from Home Depot? I'm confused. Like the vicious criminal terrorist illegal aliens in Home Depot? Like the guys picking up their children from school? The people showing up to immigration hearings? Those vicious illegal aliens? Quote. The Venezuelan men at the center of this investigation were released from CECOT this summer and returned to Venezuela as part of the U.S. brokered prisoner swap. Most of them were deported to El Salvador in mid-March. Yada, yada, yada. We know that. CBS was first to obtain and publish the list of the Venezuelan men sent to CECOT in March. Using that list, 60 Minutes and CBS found that many of the deportees did not have any apparent criminal record. I think it was something about 70-something%. The human rights group made similar findings in the report, saying in review of criminal record background documents indicate that many of them had not been convicted of any crimes by federal state authorities in the U.S., nor in Venezuela or in any Latin country where they had lived. So, yeah, they just disappeared them because they were brown and fit the description. That's really what it is. Exactly. Someone stole my username. Yeah, but they're brown, and that's enough. That's enough. Living while brown, illegal AF now. Yep. The smallest minority they can throw under the bus means trans are going to sign off on holocausting trans people. If they could, they would. I 100% agree with that. And they've been talking about this for a long time. You know, remember Michael Knowles said we need to eradicate trans ideology or whatever. And you can really you can really dissect what they mean by that. It's quite simple. It's quite literal. They want to eradicate trans people, right? Like Nick Fuentes, the Nazi, in the Tucker Carlson interview, he very adamantly explained that like identity politics is also at the core of this, right? Like you can't separate, like he said this, you can't separate Jewishness from Jewish people. So when they talk about when people like Nick Fuentes talks about unifying the country against organized Jewry, he's talking about Jewish people. The same thing as you can't separate. There's no such thing as trans ideology, right? They mean trans people. So when Michael Knowles talks about eradicating the trans ideology, that's what they're talking about. Yeah, you can see them think final solution. Yeah, I agree. They talk about it. It's the Tucker Carlson Nick Fuentes interview is very enlightening. If you don't know much about how like Nazi ideology operates and how Nazis think, if you dare, you can look at that interview and you can see the torch, from the elder Nazi being passed on to Nick Fuentes, and you can see how this ideology operates. The penny is gone, indeed. Fleeing safely, also illegal. Yep, super illegal. The monsters no longer feel like they need to hide in the shadows, and they want the LGBT plus now in the vacant shadows. Yeah, and in the shadow realm. Now, I'm not like Nadia is correct. Like if they had the option and they could right now, I would not be surprised. They would instantly do so. Yeah, they love to talk about it. All right, folks, I'm gonna skip this one. So needless to say, it's obvious what the implications are when you deny SNAP benefits. It's not just that people aren't able to buy food; it's an entire economic domino effect, right? It's not shadows; it's gas chambers. Yep. Nothing says patriotism like Chinese tiki torches from Walmart. A difficult truth is so woke, like the leftist mafia. Have you heard of them? Nobody knows who they are. No wonder his ratings are going down in the toilet. What network is this guy on? CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, whatever network it is, it's time to cancel him. A little more than a year ago, Ryan Sprinkle welcomed President Trump to one of 3 grocery stores that his family owns in Pittsburgh. Trump was on the campaign trail. They talked about high grocery prices, and the Republican nominee picked up a bag of popcorn. And that's how Trump repaid him. But these days, Sprinkle would have a different message if Trump or any lawmaker visited his store. He wants them to know that they delayed SNAP benefits during the government shutdown, hurt his customers and small independent chain. So yeah, I mean, like, this is not the downward effects of this is not just people don't receive SNAP benefits and that's the end of it, right? If they don't receive SNAP benefits, that economic movement is gone. That money that moves around and circulates in the economy is gone. That means that those people, those people don't buy from these convenience stores, grocery stores, small independent chains. They don't buy food. If they don't buy food, they don't spend money. And if the grocery stores and all these small businesses and chains and convenience stores don't get that revenue, then that's a big problem. It's a billion, several $billion problem. Okay. That's just SNAP. MSDNC, obviously. I warned people for months that Trump was a fascist and nobody believed me. I know, there's the Cassandra effect. There's the Cassandra effect. Are there any markets left in America? Yeah, you can find small markets. I mean, folks, I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen what's happening here, but some of the Epstein emails have been leaked or have been released by Democrats. Man, some of the stuff here is incredibly telling from 2011. Look at that, 2011. I want you to realize that dog hasn't barked as Trump. Victim, the name of the victim, has spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. The police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. Victim at Mar-a-Lago. This is just redacted. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never remember ever. Of course, he knew about the girls. He asked Ghislaine to stop. So, I mean, like, this is where this is where it all kind of starts to fall apart here for Donald Trump. Like, it's not that it's very hard to imagine, because Trump is definitely like a predator, but like this is more undeniable evidence. This is more undeniable evidence that not only did he know, but he kept quiet about it. Leave those damn emails alone. Time to take you to court and lose your damn case. This is in 2015. I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane, referencing to Jeffrey Epstein, or to the House, then that gives you valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. If it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. I mean, like, that is... that is so on the nose, folks. It's kind of hard to ignore. But I believe what they're talking about is having Jeffrey Epstein dead to rights, and figuring out how to get out of this. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed under a Trump regime. I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in Scrum afterwards. Yeah. Eager welcome. Hang in there. And do we honestly believe that this is going to change anything with regards to his support? Probably not. Probably not. I'm absolutely feasting on Twitter about this meltdown. MAGA civil war has begun. I hope so. I mean, like, I hope so, because, like, I don't know how much support is he gonna actually lose, because these people have a almost almost superpower like ability to just ignore the most heinous stuff that this guy's been involved in. Could the Epstein stuff be the thing that breaks that? I don't know. I just don't trust that. I mean, sure, if they're fighting online right now, let them fight. I agree. Let them fight. Let them sort that out. But overall, what does that mean for Donald Trump's support? I don't know. Is that something that could finally topple him? I don't know. I hope so. You know, in a normal world, this would be immediately like, this would be scandal, like scandal, the biggest scandal of all time, right? Like, can you imagine? But of course, if this were to happen under a Democratic president, this person would be impeached and removed immediately. Answer me this. Do I hear from the great Brendan Carr, my FCC chairman, that ABC finally canceled Kimmel for good? It's about damn time. Oh my god. Did he get MTG to flip? I think she's been on like a weird turn of events. I don't trust MTG, just to be clear. Yeah, if his daily activities were done by them, they'd be fired into the sun before the inauguration. Yep. It's stupidity. That's their superpower. I agree. It's the ability, yeah, it's the ability to just disconnect from reality. It's a cult, right? It's a cult. That's how it works. There's no civil war in MAGA. It's flooding the zone. Strategy to keep us distracted from what really matters. The defeat of unfettered capitalism. I mean, yeah, but it's also a weapon, right? It seems to be like the one thing that Donald Trump seems really miffed about. So, Representative Green on Wednesday appeared to be hard in her line against the White House, signaling wide gulf between President Trump and the leading political figures who claim to embody Make America Great Again movement he started. Yeah, death cult. I hope so. All this is good. All this is good news. The infighting is great news. The fact that there's now like some kind of rift within the right. Hey, what are you doing here, cat? Come on. You want to say goodbye? Come on, kitty. Come on. You want to say goodbye? Come on, Paquita. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Come on. She's doing her own vibe. She's on her own vibe. Come on. Cats don't know daylight saving time. They're only known they're being starved for no reason. Yep. Vaquita, dibs on the cat. Well, she's here to say goodbye to everybody. Schmegly, welcome. She is very cute. MAGA-base can't spell capitalism, let alone on the dictionary. They just need to foment something else. Most triggered people I've ever seen. Yep. Time to pretend to work for an hour, then dispatch. Yeah, I hear meowing. That's her. I think that's the first time we ever captured her, actually meowing. Yeah, we do look like we got the, black and white scheme going on. And I have a cat t-shirt. Yeah, we got the theme on point. Alright, folks, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna start pulling out my gray beard hairs. It looks so good. Father I know was fed literally 0.002 microseconds ago, but I'm starving you, abuser. Feed me now. Paquita's actually pretty patient. The other two, not so much. They need to be fed at the exact time or else. Yeah, down you go, Kitty. She's right underneath me right now. All right, folks, time to get out of here. Thank you all for being here. But this is not the last time you'll see me today, folks. I will be on Left Past 10 on this space on YouTube. So this is not goodbye, but see you later, folks. Yeah, last second decision. But I'll be there. By last second, meaning today. Time 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Left LP10 on YouTube. Ground level news. Zeoduke. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I'll be too tired, but we'll see. So check it out, folks. It's right here. And join the Discord, folks. We do things and we do stuff. check out the merch store, do all the stuff. I got to get out of here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Heat. Thank you, Michael Hasser, for modding the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. As always, folks, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. I love y'all, and I hope to see you guys in the next one or in a few hours. In a few hours. See ya. GG's. Do you know the Noisy Immigrant? No, I feel like that's a streamer, isn't it? Like that's a content creator, right? I feel like I've seen their username somewhere. Ah, streamer, gotcha. Hang tight, folks. We're heading out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.